Today's news highlights. Time cutoff, 1700 hours. News headline, Orchard land turns into egg yolk area, Taiwanese business controls, CCP wants to expropriate it for free. Release time, March 31, 2024. Data reference, The Epoch Times. News highlights, Taiwanese businessman Lin Zaihuzu was once the leader of China's pear industry, but has been persecuted on the other side of the Taiwan Strait in recent years. She invested a lot of money and technology to develop the pear garden, but it was expropriated by the local government without compensation and suffered many unfair treatments, including property destruction and court favoritism. Lin Zaihuzu lamented that Chinese officials persecuted the people for their own selfish interests and accused the CCP of covering the sky with one hand. She strongly warned Taiwanese businessmen not to invest in China again, and pointed out that China's agricultural development faces multiple difficulties, including corruption and legal injustice. News headline, South Korean bank compensates investors for losses caused by buying China-linked stocks. Release time, March 31, 2024. Data reference, The Epoch Times. News highlights, financial regulators intervened after South Korean investors suffered losses from buying snowball products linked to the Chinese stock market. Several South Korean banks have agreed to compensate injured investors, including Kookmin Bank and Shinyan Bank. These products are high-risk investments that combine bonds and derivatives and are linked to stock indexes. Investors will lose their principal if the underlying assets perform poorly. Most retail investors invest in Korean snowball products, more than a quarter of them are senior citizens, and these products will generally expire in the first half of this year. News headline, Bail and Tea House case, total number of cases in Taiwan is 31, 4 more people were detected with rice fermentation acid. Release time, March 31, 2024. Data reference, The Epoch Times. News highlights, the Bail and Tea House food poisoning case resulted in 31 cases notified, of which 2 died, 5 were in the intensive care unit, 3 were in the general ward, and 21 returned home to recuperate. The Ministry of Health and Welfare pointed out that the test results of 2 people who dined at the Reahi store were negative, ruling out any correlation with the Xinyi store case. 12 people in the Xinyi store tested positive for rice fermentation acid, and 9 people are still being tested. The South Korean city government has fined Bail and Tea House up to 3 million yuan and required insurance companies to clarify whether the policy covers Bail and Tea House's liability. News headline, headache and fatigue may be signs of dehydration. Experts share 2 tips for replenishing water. Release time, March 31, 2024. Data reference, The Epoch Times. News highlights, hydration is essential for maintaining good health, but many people are prone to dehydration due to busy lives or neglecting their hydration needs. Dehydration may cause headaches, fatigue, rapid heartbeat, and other problems, and even affect brain function and organ health. Bad habits such as diet, exercise, smoking, and alcohol can all lead to dehydration. Beverages such as milk and orange juice, as well as foods such as fruits and vegetables, are hydrating and help maintain water balance. Establishing hydration habits, such as drinking a large glass of water every morning and carrying a water bottle with you, will help ensure adequate fluid intake. News headline, does drinking coffee cause bone loss? Food and exercise to prevent osteoporosis? Jong Kun-jun strengthens his bones with 3 moves. Release time, March 29, 2024. Data reference, Health 2.0. News highlights, famous Dr. Jong Kun-jun pointed out that drinking coffee will not cause osteoporosis. Although the oxalic acid contained in coffee can affect calcium absorption, the amount of oxalic acid contained in each cup of coffee is extremely small and not enough to cause bone loss. The key to preventing osteoporosis is to maintain a healthy lifestyle, such as exercising appropriately, eating a balanced diet, consuming more calcium-rich foods, and supplementing with vitamin D. Therefore, there is no need to worry too much about osteoporosis caused by drinking coffee, but rather focus on overall health management. News headline, what should you eat in spring? Spring is the best time to nourish the liver and spleen. 4 tonic ingredients kill germs and improve hyperlipidemia. Release time, March 29, 2024. Data reference, Health 2.0. News highlights, spring is the most active period for the liver and spleen. Traditional Chinese medicine practitioners recommend that spring diet should be based on the principle of balance and nourishment to nourish the liver and spleen. A strong liver qi needs to avoid excessive intake of sour flavors, while the spleen needs to be supplemented with sweet flavors. It is recommended to eat cereals, warming foods such as leeks and garlic, liver-nourishing foods such as spinach and celery, and tonic ingredients such as king oyster mushrooms. These foods can balance the body, enhance resistance, regulate warming and replenishing yang energy, and help maintain health. News headline, electricity prices are going up today. 10 tricks to save 600 yuan, trial calculation contains Easter eggs, time and electricity price secrets revealed. Release time, April 1, 2024. Data reference, Yipping News Network. News highlights: due to the increase in electricity prices, people can reduce their household electricity bills through a series of energy-saving tips. These include switching to first-class energy-saving appliances, rational use of air conditioning, regular cleaning of air conditioning filters, moderate use of refrigerators, and timely shutdown of infrequently used electrical appliances. In addition, people can also consider applying for time-based electricity pricing and choose to use electricity during peak and off-peak hours according to their own electricity consumption habits to further save electricity expenses. Through these power-saving measures, people can effectively reduce household electricity expenses and cope with the burden caused by rising electricity prices. News headline: another wave of thunderstorms is coming. 2 counties and cities issued severe thunderstorm warnings. Office workers look stupid, it's raining heavily. Release time: April 1, 2024. Data reference: Yipping News Network. News focus: this morning, there is too much moisture near Taiwan, the weather is unstable, and convective rainfall is prone to occur. The Meteorological Bureau issued severe thunderstorm warnings for Tainan and Chi, reminding the public to pay attention to safety. Another wave of thunderstorms has entered, especially in Chi and Tainan, where heavy rains continue. People should be vigilant. Tainan Mayor Huang Weige called on the public to pay attention to heavy rainfall, lightning strikes, and strong wind gusts, and to pay attention to safety when traveling. The continued unsettled weather means there is still a chance of brief showers or thunderstorms in the western half. The public should pay special attention to warnings from the Meteorological Bureau and relevant units to ensure safety. News headline: stewardess can tell a passenger's level of travel by looking at his shoes. Wearing this pair of shoes has the highest index of difficulty. Release time: April 1, 2024. Data reference: Yipping News Network. News highlights: Douyin celebrity Cher is a flight attendant. Through a series of videos called Guessing Things About You Based on Your Shoes on the Plane, she shared that she can infer passengers from the shoes they wear. Interesting observations on personality and behavior. For example, someone wearing New Balance sneakers might be a friendly passenger, while someone wearing boat shoes might be a partygoer. These videos have been viewed more than 7 million times online, attracting a lot of attention and discussion. News title: 21st anniversary of Leslie Chung's death. Wang Lihum recalls going in and out of his house, opening a wardrobe and talking about music. I really want to ask him this question again. Release time: April 1, 2024. Data reference: Yipping News Network. News highlights: Lihum Wang shared his unforgettable memories with the late superstar Leslie Chung in an interview with One Pin. In 1999, Wang Lihum accidentally sang a duet with Leslie Chung at the Green Spot Bar in Hong Kong, which started their friendship. Leslie Chung was passionate and dedicated to his works, which deeply infected Wang Lihum. The two often discussed music and performances together and spent unforgettable time together. Wang Lihum believes that the best way to truly understand Leslie Chung is through his works, especially the role of Chang Dai in Farewell My Concubine. Finally, Wang Lihum expressed his longing and love for his brother, and thanked him for his guidance and treating him like a family member. News headline: the student who was exposed won the championship with his AI picture. It's the 4th year of Fuxing Business and Industry, and they're still accused of being a whistleblower. Release time: April 1, 2024. Data reference: Yipping News Network. News highlights: teachers and students of Fuxing Commerce and Industry in New Taipei City recently celebrated their school anniversary, but controversy arose because a student's winning work Havoc in the Dragon Palace in the teacher's student art exhibition was revealed to have been generated using AI. The student's winning entry was accused of being fake, and the student who broke the news was threatened by the school to delete the online article. The school pointed out in a public statement that the winning student admitted to misuse of AI assistance and his qualification for the first prize was cancelled. However, the school's explanation aroused dissatisfaction among netizens, who questioned whether freedom of speech on the internet was truly respected and were concerned about the treatment of the students who made the revelation. The incident is still causing widespread discussion on the internet. News headline: One giraffe costs 1.8 million. Anchor Li Tianyi's method of scamming Zhang Ronghua for 150 million was exposed. Even Africans can't stand it. Release time: April 1, 2024. Data reference: Yipping News Network. News highlights: the animal import plan of Naughty World, the largest wildlife park in southern Taiwan, was terminated due to suspected animal import price fraud. Former Sanli TV chairman Zhang Ronghua planned to import animals from Africa through the Asia-Pacific Impression Company, a joint venture between Sanli anchor Li Tianyi and others. However, it was later discovered that the people involved were suspected of inflating the import prices of animals, making illegal profits as high as NT $7.5 million to NT $8.1 million. The prosecutor accused Li Tianyi and others of breach of trust. Li Tianyi denied committing the crime, but prosecutors found their behavior suspected of fraud. The entire case had a serious impact and had a negative impact on the naughty world and those involved. News headline: Little SS words angered Cai Nguyen. Ma Junlin invited his wife for the first time to talk. Little SS words were very polite. Release time, April 1, 2024. Data reference, Yiping News Network. News highlights, in the Miss Bulletin City program hosted by Xiao S., Cai Nguyen's daughter Riley performed cello on the show, but Xiao S. commented on the intonation, which caused Cai Nguyen's dissatisfaction. Actor Ma Junlin said in the podcast that Xiao S.'s comments were considered polite, and pointed out that he was confused when he was criticized for appearing in Kangxi is Coming. He didn't think there was much problem with Cai Nguyen's reaction. Couple Liang Minting also discussed Cai Nguyen's reaction, thinking that she may have misunderstood the content of the show. The whole incident sparked heated discussions about children's acting talents. News title, Weekly Horoscope 4/1-4/7 Aries should grasp the peach blossoms introduced by friends, and trust your intuition when working in this zodiac sign. Release time, April 1, 2024. Data reference, I Am the Biggest Woman. News focus, this month's astrological influence, Jupiter and Heaven are closer, and people with 18 to 22 degree horoscopes may have changes in their lives or work. Mercury is retrograde, calling for reflection on impulsive decisions and careful communication in April. When Venus enters Aries, those with a pleasing appearance will attract attention. Taking care of their appearance will help increase their luck in love. With Venus and Neptune conjunct Pisces, artistic activities will flourish and you will enjoy the happiness of beautification. Fire and earth are approaching, and the beauty of art and religion are valued. Horoscope. Gemini, Virgo, Capricorn, Aquarius, communication requires patience and expression should be reserved. Taurus, Cancer, Libra, and Sagittarius, invest moderately, avoid being too strong, and cooperation is developmental. Aries, Leo, Scorpio, Pisces, soft attitude, professional image attracts romantic partners, pay attention to the way of expression. News headline, the declining birth rate is impacting all private high schools in Taiwan. These 13 schools may close next year, affecting 2,500 students. Release time, April 1, 2024. Data reference, Yahoo News. News highlights, affected by the declining birth rate, 13 private high schools and vocational schools in Taiwan have been included in the quasi-exit special tutoring schools, with 4 schools in Mieli County being the most, followed by 3 schools in Chi County. If there is no improvement, it will face a massive exit next year. The Ministry of Education pointed out that 6 of the schools were fined due to unpaid wages and have been allowed to suspend enrollment. Currently, these 13 schools have a total of 2,503 students and 331 staff. The improvement period is from November this year to May next year. If they exceed the deadline, they will exit in August 2025. News headline, 700,000 investors cry. 00940's trading volume hit 840,000 on the first day of listing, and the stock price fell below the issue price. Release time, April 1, 2024. Data reference, Yahoo News. News highlights, Yuantad Taiwan Value High Interest ETF, 00940, was officially listed at 9 a.m. today, with an opening price of 9.93 yuan, but it quickly fell below the issue price, falling as low as 9.8 yuan. The trading volume quickly exceeded 200,000, and the listing price the first strong one. Experts pointed out that investors are eager to enter the market in anticipation of a return to a net value of more than 10 yuan in the future, but also reminded that the adjustment of constituent stocks in May may affect the stock price. The ETF raised 175.2 billion yuan and benefited 708,368 people, making it the 4th largest high-dividend ETF. Yuantad Investment Trust said that changes in ETF stock prices are related to the overall rise and fall of constituent stocks, and the focus is on the price changes of constituent stocks. News headline, Pigeon Loft caught fire due to suspected lightning strike, killing more than 30 racing pigeons. Release time, April 1, 2024. Data reference, Yahoo News. News highlights, there was a thunderstorm in Hsinchu this morning. A racing pigeon loft in Basehan Township, Hsinchu County was struck by lightning and caused a fire. Unfortunately, 38 racing pigeons were killed and the loss was about NT $1 million. Firefighters quickly arrived to put out the fire, and no one was injured. These racing pigeons were originally scheduled to compete in April, but were unable to compete due to the fire. Local residents said that the pigeon house caught fire after a sudden loud noise, which was suspected to have been caused by a lightning strike. News headline, Misuse of AI-assisted steps. The winning student of Fuxing Business and Industry recognized the first prize and the first prize was cancelled. Release time, April 1, 2024. Data reference, Yahoo News. News highlights, the first prize work Havoc in Heaven at the new Taipei City Fuxing Commerce and Industry School Anniversary Faculty and Student Art Exhibition was accused of using AI for its drawing. Principal Chen Xiaozong responded late at night on the 31st. The student admitted that he misused AI assistance, and the Academic Affairs Office disqualified him from winning the award. Sorting in ascending order. Principal Chen said that the school respects the value of originality and clarified the situation through review. Students and parents also apologized for the mistake. This incident reminds us of the importance of online etiquette and respect for originality, and the school also emphasized that the whistleblower will not be punished. News headline: Foreigners do this too. Taipei people were shocked after witnessing one act, and the internet said, when entering the country, do as the Romans do. Release time: March 31, 2024. Data reference: Yahoo News. News highlights: public trash cans can be seen everywhere on the streets, bus booths, and MRT stations in Taipei City, making it easier for citizens to discard garbage while also improving the appearance of the city. But recently, some netizens witnessed foreigners stuffing household garbage into roadside trash cans, which triggered discussion on the forum. Some people criticize foreigners for imitating Taiwanese and advocate harsh punishments. However, some people also raised the issue of the inconvenience of throwing away garbage, emphasizing that such behavior is illegal, and according to an announcement from the Legal Affairs Bureau of the Taipei City Government, corresponding fines will be issued. News headline: He refreshed his views when he saw a white-haired woman sitting in front of the charity seat. Netizens were all confused. Release time: April 1, 2024. Data reference: Yahoo News. News highlight: a white-haired woman brought her own folding bench and sat in front of the charity seat while taking the Taipei MRT, causing discussion among netizens. Although some people were surprised, most netizens believed that carrying a chair while riding the MRT was reasonable behavior and did not violate relevant regulations. Under the Mass Rapid Transit Act, you will only be punished if you remain at a specific location and obstruct the passage of other passengers. Therefore, the woman's behavior was not considered a violation, triggering renewed discussions about the existence of the fraternity seat. News headline: Pregnant with third child. 40-year-old Lu Xiongkai did not take a Down syndrome test but insisted on giving birth. I love it no matter what. Release time: April 1, 2024. Data reference: Yahoo News. News highlights: 40-year-old Lu Xiongkai is pregnant with her third child, but has never been tested for Down syndrome. She frankly admitted that her love and expectations for her child are not affected by genetic defects. She said that even though there were risks during pregnancy, she was still willing to give birth to a child without hesitation and cherished every fate she had with her child. She has a firm belief in the test results and will accept and love her children no matter what, hoping that they can grow up safely and healthily. News headline: Hyun Bin and Sun Yejin celebrate their second wedding anniversary. The sweet collector's edition wedding photos caused a riot on the internet. Release time: April 1, 2024. Data reference: Yahoo News. News highlights: Hyun Bin and Sun Yejin, the leading actors of the Korean drama Crash Landing on You, celebrated their second wedding anniversary today and shared beautiful wedding photos on Instagram. In the photo, they are wearing white dresses, smiling happily, showing their sweet love. Sun Yejin changed into a sexy and romantic white gauze, showing her fairy-like beauty. Fans left messages of blessing and expressed their love and expectations for Crash Landing on CP. The couple showed an enviable happy life and were loved by fans. News headline: Millions of internet celebrities are selling menstrual blood masks. Doctors shake their heads after revealing skin changes. Release time: March 31, 2024. Information reference: TVBS Entertainment Headlines. News highlight: Zili Ji, a well-known female TikTok influencer, suddenly had the idea to publicly sell her menstrual blood mask, which attracted widespread attention. She said that adding menstrual blood to skincare products is an environmentally friendly way that can also take care of the skin. She boldly shared the production process and sold it exclusively online. Although she was full of praise for the effectiveness of the mask, some medical professionals do not agree with the use of menstrual blood in facial masks and recommend that professional advice should still be sought. Zili Ji showed its concern for environmental protection in this unique way, but this move also caused controversy. News headline: Lu Junshuo's brother is super handsome. Muscle photos of police officers in uniform exposed. Internet riot: pregnant. Release time: April 1, 2024. Information reference: TVBS Entertainment Headlines. News highlights: Lu Junshuo's cousin is a police officer, and his handsome appearance amazed fans. When he attended the event, his cousin joked about conducting a spot inspection, which caused laughter from fans. The cousin is not only outstanding in appearance, but also a fitness fanatic. He often works out with Lu Junshuo, and the two have a very good relationship. Fans praised their cousin's good looks and even joked that they hoped to be captured by him. This anecdote made fans even more fond of the hip-hop star's family ties. News headline: Suffering from two diseases. The actress collapsed in pain all the way down. Emergency treatment revealed 6 symptoms of risk. Release time, April 1, 2024. Information reference, TVBS Entertainment Headlines. News highlights, actress Kellen recently sought emergency medical treatment for acute thyroiditis. After a series of tests, she was diagnosed and started taking steroid treatment. In addition, she also faces autonomic nervous system problems and needs long-term medication for treatment. Karen's health was a cause for concern, especially given the past health issues of her husband and son, and the family had experienced a series of challenges. For the sake of her health, she has actively adjusted her daily routine and has returned to work. This series of physical conditions put her and her family under a lot of pressure, but it also demonstrated their tenacity and hard work. News headline, Recent situation of pineapple exposed. Acknowledge that the focus is no longer on Taiwan. All the reasons behind it are explained. Release time, April 1, 2024. Information reference, TVBS Entertainment Headlines. News highlights, well-known internet celebrity Pinely, Wu Hongii, said that he no longer focuses on Taiwan, explaining that Taiwan's overall environment is not suitable for investment. He lamented the social situation and believed that new horizons can be found everywhere when traveling around the world. He also pointed out that there is no cure for a sick society and time will dilute everything. Regarding the philosophy of life, Fengli believes that there are subjects to practice at every stage of life, and when the time and opportunity come, you will naturally understand them. As for his current situation, he said that he was far away from the hustle and bustle, living a pure life, overlooking everything, doing whatever he wanted, and being at ease. News headline, Huang Mingzi gets shocking news. Brokerage company confirms farewell date. Internet crash, April Fool's Day joke? Release time, April 1, 2024. Information reference, TVBS Entertainment Headlines. News highlights, on April Fool's Day, Huang Mingzi wrote 1983 to 2024 in a black and white photo and the date, and announced that a farewell ceremony would be held at Nirvana Life Center in the evening, which shocked the internet. The agency confirmed that the farewell ceremony was indeed held, but many people thought it was an April Fool's Day joke. Huang Mingzi was once known for his humorous style, and this move may be a propaganda technique, sparking discussion. News headline, The Inside Story of Zhang Yu's 6-year marriage. The perfect wife single-handedly transformed princess into a maid and shed tears on the penthouse late at night. Release time, April 1, 2024. Information reference, TVBS Entertainment Headlines. News highlights, former anchor Zhang Yu revealed the inside story of his divorce in Fate is Fun, saying that after marriage, he devoted himself to his family and gave up his role as anchor to devote himself wholeheartedly, but he felt that his self was suppressed. She sacrificed herself for the perfect wife and did not hesitate to take on heavy responsibilities. However, the lack of a two-person world in the marriage led to the weakening of the relationship. Zhang Yu admitted that family structure limits love. After the divorce, he lived with his ex-husband and still maintained a good relationship. News headline, Do you care about the face of the Communist Party? This real estate company cannot fail. Release time, April 1, 2024. Information reference, Free Electronic News. News highlights, China's real estate industry continues to slump. Moody's downgraded the credit rating of Chinese real estate company Vang to junk bond status, causing market panic. In a rare move of support, the Chinese government asked 12 banks to raise 80 billion yuan in loans for Vang to tide over the debt crisis. Although it has received support from the government, the market outlook is unclear and it still faces huge challenges. News headline, Rice fermentation acid +2 detected. Shuiruiwan, it still cannot be ruled out that Kuaitiao is the culprit. Release time, April 1, 2024. Information reference, Free Electronic News. News highlights, Minister of Health and Welfare Shuiruiwan pointed out that a total of 14 people in Taipei City's Bailin tea house poisoning case have tested positive for rice fermentation acid. The food has not been detected, but Kuaitiao may still be the source of the disaster. The case has attracted attention, and the Ministry of Health and Welfare is investigating. The specific source has not yet been determined. Regarding the anti-Zongbao view put forward by experts, Shuiruiwan said that toxins are unlikely to cross the ocean, and emphasized that toxins are usually not added intentionally, but occur accidentally in ingredients or operations. In response to this incident, relevant departments are fully investigating and taking necessary measures to ensure food safety. News headline, A total of 9,848 CO signers signed to recall Xie Kuliang were sent to the election committee in early April. Release time, April 1, 2024. Information reference, Free Electronic News. News highlights, since the Shanghai Citizen Demolition Action launched on the evening of March 8 to recall Keelung Mayor Xie Kuliang, a total of 9,848 petitions have been signed within 23 days. In the meantime, they would like to thank all the hard-working volunteers and friends who provided the venue, as well as everyone who signed the proposal. According to the provisions of the Public Servants Election and Recall Law, the number of signatures in the second stage must reach 10% of the total number of electors in the original electoral district, that is, at least 30,792 signatures are required. In the third stage of voting, the number of yes votes must exceed the number of no votes, and the number of yes votes must reach more than 1/4 of the total number of electors in the original electoral district, 76,979 votes, before the recall can be passed. In the future, they will continue to prepare for the second phase of the operation, which is expected to be launched in early May. News headline: Money-burning news system starts in April. License taxes levied on August 23. Million people, electricity prices rise by 11%, hitting wallets hard. Release time: April 1, 2024. Data reference: TVBS News. News highlights. Starting from April 1, Taiwan has implemented a number of new regulations, including an increase in electricity prices, an interest rate increase by the central bank, classification of recycled items in New Taipei City, introduction of vehicle license tax, increase in the price of high-speed rail lunch boxes, expansion of health insurance immunotherapy coverage, and Taipei Municipal Zoo ticket adjustment. Rise and so on. These new systems will have an impact on people's lives and finances. In particular, people will face higher electricity bills, increased mortgage interest burdens, increased garbage classification and recycling requirements, and increased vehicle license tax and other burdens. News headline: Qingming Festival continues to be a holiday and the weather changes again. Special heavy rain report for 16 counties and cities, rain bombs cut Taiwan in half. Release time: April 1, 2024. Data reference: TVBS News. News highlights. On the eve of the Tomb Sweeping Day holiday, it rained in many places in Taiwan. The Central Meteorological Administration issued special heavy rain reports for 16 counties and cities, reminding the public to beware of short-term heavy rainfall. Affected by the front from Thursday to Sunday, there will be significant rainfall in the northern and central southern mountainous areas. The high temperature is cooler in the north and still exceeds 30 degrees Celsius in the south. The Meteorological Bureau called on the public to pay attention to lightning strikes and strong wind gusts, and reminded passers-by to pay attention to safety when going out. The weather will be relatively stable from Tuesday to Wednesday, ranging from cloudy to sunny, but from Thursday the rainfall will expand to the central and southern regions. The temperature in the north will be about 21 degrees Celsius to 25 degrees Celsius, while the central and southern parts will remain sultry, with temperatures reaching 32 degrees Celsius to 33 degrees Celsius during the day. News headline: The three-wire Ferrari sold for 13 million hit the power pole and dented it into a W shape. The sky-high repair costs were exposed. Release time: April 1, 2024. Data reference: TVBS News. News highlights. A self-inflicted car accident occurred in Chi County on the afternoon of the 31st. The driver of a red Ferrari supercar with an asking price of nearly 13 million was suspected of being mentally unstable and hit a telephone pole. Fortunately, the driver was not injured, but the front of the car got stuck in a power pole and was dented into a W shape. The repair cost is estimated to be as high as 3 million. A 64-year-old man surnamed Su lost control of his Ferrari and crashed while passing through Provincial Line 3. Although his sobriety test was 0, the cause of the accident is still under investigation. The Ferrari was severely damaged and may need to face huge repair costs, which makes the driver heartbroken. News headline: Tainan policewoman shoots herself with a gun in Tainan Park. There was a large amount of blood on the chest, and the body was found in the driver's seat. Release time: April 1, 2024. Data reference: TVBS News. News highlights. A policewoman committed suicide in Tainan City yesterday. Policewoman surnamed Liang was found with gunshot wounds in the Guantian District Sports Park and showed no signs of life. Preliminary police investigation found that Officer Liang chose to go to work instead of taking compensatory leave and did not show up to hand over his shift at night. His body was later found in a sports park. The police will strengthen the investigation into the motive, assist the family members, and provide psychological counseling. This incident highlights the need to pay attention to the mental health of police officers, and calls on colleagues to cultivate interests and promote healthy living concepts to reduce work stress. News headline: Almost the same day. Many people suddenly received weird packages from China and were frightened after opening them. Don't use them. Release time: April 1, 2024. Data reference: TVBS News. News highlights. Recently, many people have received unknown packages from mainland China, containing rainbow-colored bath salts, which has caused concern among netizens and the attention of the police. Some people suspected that it was an information leak or a review trap, and the police suggested destroying it yourself and keeping records. Although there is speculation that it is a fraud, the actual reason has yet to be clarified. Netizens warned that it may involve drug risks and urged caution and not to use it. These unidentified packages remain a mystery, awaiting further investigation and confirmation. News headline: Are there many doubts about pollen's poisoning? Guo Zhengliang reveals amazing insider information, mainland China is also afraid. Release time: April 1, 2024. Data reference: TVBS News. News highlights: 31 cases of food poisoning have been reported at Bailin Tea House, a vegetarian restaurant in Xinyi Yunbei A13, Taipei City, including 2 deaths and 5 serious cases. The patient tested positive for rice fermentation acid, which aroused public concern. Former legislator Guo Zhengliang pointed out that the toxin also caused concern in mainland China. He called for respect for science, noting that similar cases had not occurred in Taiwan in the past, making the situation troubling. This incident caused public concern about food safety and strengthened people's attention to food hygiene. News headline: A 5-year-old boy was disfigured and had a hole in his chest. Suspected to have been severely beaten by Lu's biological mother, his whole body stiffened and he died suddenly. Release time: April 1, 2024. Data reference: TVBS News. News highlights: A horrific child abuse case in mainland China has attracted widespread attention. Shortly after the 5-year-old boy was picked up by his biological mother, he was taken to the hospital with bruises all over his body and facial disfigurement. The father suspected that the biological mother and her boyfriend were responsible. Family members revealed that the boy had been severely abused and his fatal injuries were pending autopsy results. The father was distraught and hoped that the police would deal with it strictly. It was rumored that the birth mother had worked in a kindergarten, causing public concern. The kindergarten denied any involvement in the incident. Father Zhang lamented that his son was well behaved and obedient, and hoped that justice would be served by the judiciary. News headline: Congress reforms the offense and defense of the government and the opposition. Blue and Green spoke for more than half an hour over the conflict plan for additional public hearings. Release time: April 1, 2024. Data reference: Sanli News Network. News focus: The Judiciary and Legal Affairs Committee of the Legislative Yuan is reviewing the draft parliamentary reform. The Democratic Progressive Party has requested that additional public hearings be held to gather social consensus, but the Kuomintang does not believe that it is necessary to hold more public hearings. Opposing parties argued in their speeches during the proceedings, with more than half of the Democratic Progressive Party emphasizing that the public hearings need more diverse opinions, especially discussions at the constitutional level, to help formulate congressional reform plans. However, the Kuomintang avoided further delay, pointing out that Gugu had fully discussed and still did not understand the obvious points of contact between the two sides and needed to seek answers urgently. News headline: Open 4 clinics and earn hundreds of millions. Li Junliang spent 50 million for his loved one who died of illness and the tear-jerking inside story was revealed. Release time: April 1, 2024. Data reference: Sanli News Network. News highlights: Famous plastic surgeon Li Junliang invested 50 million to open the Pang Pang Fur Kids Pet Hospital to expand his business territory. This move stems from the experience of his beloved dog Pang Pang who died of illness last year. He promised to take care of other furry children, which led to the establishment of this hospital. Li Junliang pointed out that his goal is not to make money, but to extend the life of furry children and accompany humans longer. After more than a year of preparation and facing various difficulties, he hopes to expand to central and southern China in the future and focus on serving the society and engaging in more meaningful undertakings. News headline: 3 Days of Silence. The author of Havoc in the Dragon Palace admitted that he misused AI. Fuxing Commerce and Industry, disqualified from the first prize. Release time: April 1, 2024. Data reference: Sanli News Network. News highlights: The first prize work of the new Taipei City Fuxing Commerce and Industry Teachers and Students Art Exhibition was questioned for its use of artificial intelligence, AI, for drawing. The author, Lin, admitted that he had mistakenly used AI assistance, and the school therefore disqualified him from winning the award. The school said that Lin was unable to attend class after the exhibition. He later went to the school with his parents to explain and admitted to using AI. The school cancelled its award after pointing out that it violated exhibition regulations. However, this move caused controversy among netizens. Some netizens questioned the school's attitude and believed that whistleblowers and others should be dealt with publicly. This incident sparked discussion on the internet. Some netizens felt that the school's attitude was inappropriate and thought it was an April Fool's Day joke. News headline: The King of England is revealed to have 2 years left to live. Harry's return date revealed, royal experts reveal shocking inside story. Release time: April 1, 2024. Data reference: Sanli News Network. News highlights: Buckingham Palace of the United Kingdom announced that King Charles III has cancer and is undergoing treatment. According to the news, Prince Harry is expected to return to London on May 8 and is expected to have a brief formal meeting with his father. Charles was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer and is expected to have only 2 years left to live. The royal family has begun arranging his funeral. Royal experts revealed that Charles may meet with Harry when he returns to the country, and the two parties will have a brief informal dialogue. Charles felt responsible for Harry's difficult childhood and was more tolerant of Harry. News headline: MLB/Deng Kaiwei made Taiwan history in just 3 innings on his first appearance at the plate. After the game, he received a crazy debut commemorative gift. Release time: April 1, 2024. Data reference: Sanli News Network. News highlights: Taiwanese pitcher Kaiwei Deng made his debut in the major leagues on the morning of April 1. He pitched in relief in the 3rd inning and only allowed a run in the 1st inning. After that, he beautifully delivered 3 on and 3 outs, becoming the first Taiwanese pitcher in Africa. The player with the longest innings pitched in the game. Although he encountered twists and turns on his first appearance on the board, he gradually stabilized and performed well. After the game, he received an autographed glove from Padres pitcher Darvish, which became the most meaningful moment for him in baseball. This gift also represented an important moment for him in the major leagues. News headline: Pineapple Don handshake drink has just closed down. Reasons for the dismay that the center of gravity is no longer in Taiwan are revealed. Release time: April 1, 2024. Data reference: Sanli News Network. News highlights: Internet celebrity Pineapple founded the hand-crank drink brand 19.5T and opened branches across Taiwan in recent years. However, the Da'an branch, which had only been open for 8 months, suddenly closed down, sparking heated discussions. In yesterday's community Q&A, he admitted that he no longer focuses on Taiwan and believes that Taiwan's current overall environment is not suitable for investment. He said that in the future he would choose a lifestyle of traveling around the world and being at home everywhere and would no longer focus on the Taiwan market. In addition, he lamented that society's ill health cannot be cured, saying that everything will dilute over time. News headline: The source of rice fermented acid is still a mystery. 35 ingredients of Bailin Tea House were not found in inspection. The problem may be this batch of goods. Release time: April 1, 2024. Data reference: Sanli News Network. News highlights: The Taipei Bailin Tea House food poisoning case has resulted in 2 deaths and 8 people being hospitalized, including 5 in the intensive care unit and 3 in the general ward. Wang Pishan, Deputy Minister of the Ministry of Health and Welfare, announced the food inspection results on Facebook. None of the 35 samples tested showed rice fermentation acid, inferring that the problem may lie in the previous batch of Kuaitiao that has been used up. There are still 4 patients with severe liver damage and in a coma. The medical team is working hard to treat them and calls on the public to pray for them. News headline: 00940 sold more than 450,000 tickets. The top 10 constituent stocks all fell, and this group fell the most. Release time: April 1, 2024. Data reference: United News Network. News highlights: Yuan Taiwan Value High Interest ETF, 00940, was officially listed for trading on the 1st. It opened at 9.93 yuan in early trading, with a trading volume of more than 450,000. However, the stock price then turned black, once falling below 10 yuan, with an intraday drop of 0.7%. All the top 10 constituent stocks fell, with Evergreen holding the highest shareholding ratio of 9.32%, but the stock price was also affected, falling by more than 1% during the session. Other constituent stocks such as Yuxiang, UMC, and ASE Investment Holdings also fell, with ASE Investment Holdings falling the most, falling more than 4% during the session. News headline: The old man who had 60 million but lived in a clutter was forced to take a bath in Tsinghua University. The old man endured 55 years and was sentenced to divorce his wife. Release time: April 1, 2024. Data reference: United News Network. News highlights: An 83-year-old man named Chen retired from Philips with assets of more than 60 million yuan. However, his wife was suspected of suffering from bipolar disorder. The house was full of waste and she was verbally and physically violent towards Chen. Chen Wang finally applied to the court for divorce, but according to law he could only get back more than 25 million yuan in property because most of the assets were in his wife's name. The judge ruled for divorce and divided the remaining property equally. Chen Wang could only obtain limited property. News headline: Chu Qiachen apologized for his son's involvement in pornography, emphasizing, "Although I feel pain, I will not help him put out the fire." Release time: April 1, 2024. Data reference: United News Network. News highlights: Defense Minister Chu Qiachen resigned from President Tsai due to his son's pornography incident but was given a stay. Today, he personally attended the Legislative UN Foreign Affairs and National Defense Committee's special report. He apologized to the outside world for the disturbance caused and emphasized that everything would be handled in accordance with the law. Chu Qiachen said that his son must face the consequences and his family will support him, but he will not help his son put out the fire. He thanked many people for their support and said he would stick to his duties and ensure that he would not neglect his duties. Regarding his son's work arrangements, he said that it would be handled by the service unit. As for whether the incident involved internal fighting, Chu Qiuchen did not comment, emphasizing that he hopes everything will be handled in accordance with the law so that everyone can understand the case. Regarding the so-called blocking people's way of making money, he said that he had not been involved in any cases and did not agree with this statement. News headline: Curiosity kills a mobile phone. His itchy hands deleted the Android system. The sufferer used actions to warn against trying indiscriminately. Release time: April 1, 2024. Data reference: United News Network. News highlights. Recently, a netizen discovered that the Android operating system on mobile phones can be pressed to uninstall, which triggered a lot of discussion. Although most devices prohibit users from removing important system files, the screen of this netizen's phone immediately displayed the system has been destroyed. Press the power button to shut down, making it impossible for the phone to recover normally. Although he later successfully rescued the phone through computer backup, this incident caused people to pay attention to the security of mobile phones. Xiaomi officials mentioned that this phone may be a development kit or prototype that allows users to manually delete system files. However, this also reminds people to be cautious when using mobile phones and avoid actions driven by curiosity that may cause damage. News headline: Debate over the Democracy Foundation. Former legislator reveals the result of South Korea's UU election. Does the DPP dare to bet? Release time: April 1, 2024. Data reference: China Times News Network. News focus: the Democracy Foundation will hold a board meeting on the 10th. Han Kuo-yu may be elected as chairman, but the CEO candidate must be approved by the board of directors, and may face challenges from the KMT with fewer votes than the DPP. The news pointed out that Han Kuo-yu may serve as chairman and CEO together with Liu Yeshong. Sun Daekian said that the number of directors of the Democracy Foundation is in line with the proportion of seats of political parties in Congress. However, in recent years, the Democratic Progressive Party has adjusted the structure of directors and supervisors, making it difficult for Blue and White to obtain more than half of the directors. He believes that if Han Kuo-yu fails to get the CEO, it will become a political incident. The bet is whether the DPP can afford to lose face. Han cannot give him the chairman, but will the DPP dare not give him? News headline: Abstinence is required during Qingming Festival. Don't violate these 10 taboos when sweeping graves. If you do this, you may bring bad smell home. Release time: April 1, 2024. Data reference: China Times News Network. News highlights: Qingming Festival is an important traditional festival for Chinese people, but there are also many taboos that need to be paid attention to. When sweeping the tomb, you should avoid entering or exiting the old house and complete it before 5 p.m. to avoid encountering unclean atmosphere. It is not advisable to go to a friend's house where there is an ancestor's memorial tablet. Do not go home directly after sweeping the grave. It is recommended to go to a busy place for a walk first. In addition, during the Qingming Festival, people should abstain from sex, play mahjong, play music too loudly, and do not worship guava, tomatoes, bananas, custard apples, and other unlucky objects. Buying shoes, taking photos, sweeping the tombs of those whose birthdays are on the Qingming Festival, and random worship by outsiders should also be avoided to avoid incurring bad luck or evil spirits. News headline: Annunciation. The Labor Fund made a huge profit of 252.76 billion yuan as of the end of February. In February alone, it earned 176.38 billion yuan. Release time: April 1, 2024. Data reference: Economic Daily. News highlights. According to the latest data from the Labor Fund Utilization Bureau, as of the end of February 2024, the scale of the Labor Fund was 6.288 billion yuan, showing solid performance. The average return rate of the overall Labor Fund in the past 10 years is 5.71%, showing stable long-term investment performance. Among them, the return rate of the new Labor Pension Fund is 4.32%, the old Labor Pension Fund is 5.05%, and the Labor Insurance Fund has a rate of return of 4.11%. In addition, the performance of the entrusted management of the National Pension Insurance Fund and Farmers' Retirement Fund is also relatively stable. Looking ahead, financial markets are still affected by multiple factors, but the overall stock market performance is strong, indicating positive market sentiment. News headline: They are the pillars behind Wistron and Acer. Shi Zhenrong reveals Dong's mother's common hobby. Release time: April 1, 2024. Data reference: Economic Daily. News highlights. Acer, 2353, Group founder Shi Zhenrong and his wife Yezhua recently attended the Yangming Jiaotong University ceremony to confer an honorary doctorate to Wistron, 3231, founder Lin Xianming. Mrs. Gu Lixiang also accompanied them. In addition to their friendship, Gu Lixiang and Shi Zhenrong have collaborated frequently in charity activities over the years. She was once a teacher in Hsinchu and later devoted herself to family and charity. Lin Xianming and Shi Zhenrong are both founders of Acer Computer. Shi Zhenrong said that they and Gu Lixiang share the same goals in charity and education, and jointly support social welfare activities, demonstrating their commitment to the education of the next generation and social feedback. News headline: Is the rush for land renewed? Land sales in the first quarter exceeded 60 billion, the first time in 2 years. Release time: April 1, 2024. Data reference: Economic Daily. News highlights: The first quarter commercial real estate survey released by Cushman & Wakefield showed that the single quarter transaction volume of the land market exceeded 60 billion yuan for the first time, reflecting that the market has understood and responded to the impact of credit control and land rights regulations amendments, and confidence in land purchasing has rebounded. The ratio of commercial land to industrial land in the transaction is still 8:2, and the overall performance of land prices is stable. The industry plans to control the total price by reducing the number of square meters per unit to cope with the pressure of rising costs and thereby maintain project profits. These factors have contributed to an increase in land transaction volume, showing a stable market trend. News headline: Huang Qiaking finally accepted Wang Yushuan's debate post? It turns out that. Release time: April 1, 2024. Information reference: FTV News. News highlights: Wang Yushuan, Executive Director of the DPP Policy Association, repeatedly challenged Huang Qiaking to debates during the general election, but was rejected and was called a clown. However, Wang Yushuan was shocked when he was told that Huang Qiaking had accepted the debate early this morning. It turned out to be a video of harassment uploaded by the Youth Department of the Democratic Progressive Party on April Fool's Day. In the video, his expression dropped for a moment after hearing the news, until he finally learned it was a joke. After watching it, netizens said that Wang Yushuan's expression was interesting and that the bullying behavior was disappointing. Even legislator Lin Chuyan said that she had been deceived. News title: Lu Dian, Semiconductors are the key driving force for AI and silicon photons will become an important technology. Release time: April 1, 2024. Information reference: FTV News. News highlights: TSMC Chairman Lu Dian pointed out that the development of AI in the next 10 years will require GPUs with more than 1 trillion transistors, which is 10 times the number of current devices. He and TSMC chief scientist Huang Hansen published an article stating that semiconductor technology is the key to promoting new AI capabilities, and silicon photonics technology will become one of the important technologies. The article mentioned that AI development relies on efficient machine learning algorithms, large amounts of training data, and energy-saving semiconductor technology. Lu Dian emphasized that semiconductor technology has developed from 40 nanometers to 4 nanometers, and optical interfaces are expected to be combined with GPUs and CPUs to greatly improve communication efficiency. He said that future semiconductor technology will break through previous limitations and be full of more possibilities. News headline: Kai Weideng made his debut and dropped 3 points in 3 games in 4K. His signature slider struck out and beat Toddy. Release time: April 1, 2024. Information reference: FTV News. News highlights: Taiwanese baseball player Kai Weideng made his debut in the major leagues and performed brilliantly against the Padres. Although he gave up 4 hits, gave 3 walks and lost 3 runs in the 3rd inning of his debut, he also showed strong strikeout ability, striking out 4 times in total. In the next pitching, Kai Weideng gradually stabilized, only allowed 1 hit, and struck out 2 more times, showing his adaptability. Although the team ultimately lost to the Padres 4-13, this first-time experience was a valuable growth opportunity for Deng Kaiwei. News headline: 31 cases of balin poisoning, no new cases so far, 2 patients are considering liver transplantation. Release time: April 1, 2024. Data reference: China Television News. News highlights: a total of 31 cases of food poisoning have been reported in Taiwan's Balin Tea House, of which 4 were in serious condition and 2 were even considering liver transplants. The Ministry of Health and Welfare continued its investigation and found no problems in 35 samples of ingredients and sauces, but the focus was still on the kwai jiao used at the time. Some of the ingredients have been used or cleaned and are difficult to trace. It may be that all the food in question has been used, or the chef made a mistake during the cooking process that resulted in the release of toxins. The Ministry of Health and Welfare called for clarification of the case as soon as possible to ensure food safety. News headline: Wake up! A heavy thunderstorm hit Jiaoping, Jianan, causing water to accumulate in some areas. Release time: April 1, 2024. Data reference: China Television News. News highlights: severe thunderstorms occurred in 4 southern counties and cities, and people were awakened by the sudden heavy rain in the early morning. Yesterday evening, Tainan Shuijia Community Singing Lottery was also hit by heavy rainfall, and residents took shelter from the rain and carried food. In Fengyuan, Taichung, the wooden signboard of a beauty salon hit 2 cars. Unstable weather is likely to continue into tonight, and people should be alert to sudden heavy rainfall. News headline: Electricity prices rise in April. Baking industry suffers, costs increase. Prices are afraid to increase. Release time: April 1, 2024. Data reference: China Television News. News highlights: the increase in electricity prices has had a significant impact on shops and restaurants, especially for bakery operators. Under the new system, electricity prices have increased by as much as 10%, resulting in an increase in monthly electricity bills for operators and huge cost pressure. Although the operators chose to absorb the cost of the price increase themselves, in order to save electricity bills, they took a variety of measures, including concentrating baking time and controlling air conditioning temperature. However, in order to maintain business operations, operators have to cope with the challenges posed by increasing operating costs. News headline: Girl asks for a very leisurely job. There is a queue of people online, 35K, swipe the phone and wait for get off work. Original URL: a girl wants to do a very leisurely job. There is a queue of people online, 35K, swipe the phone and wait for get off work. Release time: April 1, 2024. Data reference: Today News Cloud. News highlights: the dream job that many people desire is more money, less things to do and close to home, but some people just want a leisurely job, and it doesn't matter if the salary is low. According to netizens, suitable positions for this type of people include highly repetitive jobs such as logistics, warehouse management, and central kitchens, or positions that do not require too much pressure and interaction, such as administrative secretaries and security guards. Specialty positions such as private grave keepers and gardeners are also an option. For female netizens looking for a leisurely job in Taichung, it is recommended that you consider community administrative positions. Although the salary is not high, the work pressure is low and you can spend most of your time easily. News headline: Hidden Sushi also suffers from food poisoning. The Beijing Municipal Health Bureau confirmed that it received a report of 4 people suffering from vomiting, diarrhea and rash. Original website: food poisoning also occurs in hidden sushi. The Beijing Municipal Health Bureau confirmed that it received a report of 4 people suffering from vomiting, diarrhea and rash. Release time: April 1, 2024. Data reference: Today News Cloud. News highlights: a suspected food poisoning incident broke out at the well-known sushi restaurant Zhang Sushi in Taipei. Some people developed nausea, vomiting, rash, diarrhea and other symptoms after eating, and all of them went to the hospital for treatment. After the Health Bureau dispatched personnel to conduct an inspection, they found 4 deficiencies, including the trash can in the hand-washing area not being covered, health inspection not being presented, the rice cooker being dirty, and the air outlet of the ice cream machine being dirty. A time-limited improvement notice has been issued, requiring improvements to be completed before March 31. Failure to do so will result in a fine of NT$60,000 to NT$200 million. If pathogenic bacteria are detected, the fine will be higher. News headline: No joke. The craziest April Fool's Day supermarket coffee 410 cups for NT$10,000 limited edition sale today. Original URL: No joke. The craziest April Fool's Day supermarket coffee 410 cups for NT$10,000 limited edition sale today. Release time: April 1, 2024. Data reference: Today News Cloud. News highlights: today is April Fool's Day. 7-Eleven has launched a special limited edition coffee discount. You can save 10,500 yuan by purchasing City Cafe Large Espresso American Style 410 cups, and you can save 10,650 yuan by purchasing City Cafe Thick Milk Latte 410 cups yuan. Each member is limited to purchase 2 sets, until August 31, 2024. In addition, Naples also launched a buy one get one free discount on fried chicken buckets. If you purchase 6 cooler chicken leg buckets, you will get a free Zigzag leg steak bucket. The original price is 660 yuan, and the special price is 390 yuan. It tastes slightly spicy and delicious. Limited to 12 fried chicken stores across Taiwan, and the promotion period is until April 17. News headline: Preparing for the second meeting between Ma and Xi. Ma Yingzhe meets Song Tao tonight. The accompanying media were asked to take nucleic acid tests. Release time: April 1, 2024. Data reference: Zhongtian News. News highlights: former President Ma Yingzhe led 20 young students from the Daju Academy to mainland China for an 11-day visit and exchange. After arriving in Shenzhen today, we will first visit DJI and Tencent, and in the evening we will meet with Song Tao, Director of the Taiwan Affairs Office of the State Council. Tomorrow, he will visit Bid Company and the Memorial Hall of the former residence of Sun Yat-sen, the founding father of the Republic of China, and tour the Hong Kong-Zhuhai-Macau Bridge. In the evening, he will meet with Huang Kunming, Secretary of the Guangdong Provincial Party Committee. Special police officers were stationed at the Wuzhu Hotel where Ma and his party were staying, and media accompanying the group were required to take nucleic acid tests. News headline: Chinese drone pilot recorded voice. The reason for the pro-vomit shooting of Erden Island, Taiwan military's live-fire exercise targets Xiamen. Release time: April 1, 2024. Data reference: Zhongtian News. News highlights: a video of a drone flying over Erden Island was circulated on the internet, indicating that the National Army soldiers scared away after discovering it. The military responded that the backlight did not detect it in time. Zhongtian program Weekend Big News received a response from the photographer, who has studied the stars for 20 years. He said that the flight was mainly concerned about Taiwan's live-fire drills targeting Xiamen. He believed that targeting Xiamen was provocative, and expressed his hope for peace across the Taiwan Strait. The stance of getting along. News headline: The 4 zodiac signs are prone to stuck in the yin during Qingming festival. Experts: pig people should not go to nightclubs. Release time: April 1, 2024. Data reference: Dongsan News. News focus: Tomb Sweeping Day is approaching, and numerology experts remind people with the 4 zodiac signs to pay special attention to the situation of stuck in yin. Rats and snakes like to be active at night and easily absorb nighttime odors. Therefore, you should avoid the seaside, riverside, and mountains during Qingming festival. Monkeys should avoid dense woods as they are prone to illness due to the overcast atmosphere in the woods. Pig people tend to live in dirty places, so they should avoid dirty places, dance clubs and nightclubs, and keep their homes tidy. Pay attention to the environment, avoid unnecessary evil spirits, and maintain physical and mental health. News headline: Chen Gillen was originally him. The actor missed the opportunity to perform in Zhou Chu and the truth was exposed. Release time: April 1, 2024. Data reference: Dongsan News. News highlights: the Chinese film The Three Evils has been a box office and critical success in mainland China. Ethan Ruan, who plays the protagonist Chen Gillen, has once again attracted attention. However, the appearance of Chong Xiaochuan in the credits at the end of the film caused heated discussion because he did not appear in the work. Director Huang Jingfu originally considered Chong Xiaochuan to interpret the image of Chen Gillen, but was unable to participate in the performance due to injury. Although he did not appear, the crew still included him in the list of thanks as a mark of respect. In addition, although Ethan Ruan has made a breakthrough in his career, it is said that he has turned down many acting appointments to take care of his mother. He has also frequently been in and out of the hospital recently, attracting attention from the outside world. News headline: Sun Yejin personally confirmed, I went to Taiwan. First visit to Beidao on April 16. Original URL: News/Sun Yejin personally confirmed, I went to Taiwan. First visit to Beidao on April 16. Release time: April 1, 2024. Data reference: Ida Day Starlight Cloud. News focus: South Korean goddess Sun Yejin is about to visit Taiwan for the first time to endorse collagen products. The event is scheduled to be held on April 16. This is the first time she has come to Taiwan as a professional since her debut in 1999, sparking heated discussions among fans. Since her marriage, Sun Yi has focused on her family, rarely filming dramas, and only meeting fans through advertisements. The news came to light after her second wedding anniversary, and fans were eagerly anticipating her arrival and expressing their anticipation of meeting her. News headline: New Jeans' arrival in Taiwan stirs up controversy again. Passers-by witnessed the unblocked street, the staff checked their mobile phones. Original URL: New Jeans comes to Taiwan and stirs up controversy again. Passers-by witnessed the unblocked street, the staff checked their mobile phones. Release time: April 1, 2024. Data reference: Ida Day Starlight Cloud. News highlights: South Korean girl group New Jeans came to Taiwan for the first time to shoot, but fans were dissatisfied. The staff asked people to leave the street shooting scene and even checked the mobile phones of passers-by, causing heated discussions. Some netizens broke the news that the staff ignored the rights of the public, blocked roads, and checked mobile phones. Others claimed that Taiwanese staff were suspected of recruiting temporary performances in Taiwan, were paid low wages and checked mobile phones, causing public dissatisfaction. New Jeans' first visit to Taiwan was covered in dust, and the incident continued to escalate, triggering heated discussions. News title: Tang Qiyang's fortune/Mercury is retrograde. Gemini talks too much about feelings and makes mistakes. Aries relies on introductions from friends. Original URL: Tang Qiyang's fortune/Mercury is retrograde. Gemini talks too much about feelings and makes mistakes. Aries relies on introductions from friends. Release time: April 1, 2024. Data reference: Ida Day Starlight Cloud. News highlights: This week's astrology affects each constellation. Jupiter and Heaven are closer to bring changes in life. Mercury retrograde prompts correction of impulsive decisions. Venus enters Aries to increase self-confidence and love luck, and Venus and Neptune conjunct Pisces promote the prosperity of artistic activities. Geminis need to be patient and avoid talking too much and rashly. Virgos should avoid overthinking and missing opportunities. Capricorns need to trust their intuition and respond emotionally. Aquarius should stay away from others to maintain relationships. Taurus should avoid overinvestment. Cancers need to judge and act rationally. Libra should pay attention to the balance between work and relationships. Sagittarius needs to communicate skillfully to avoid conflicts. Aries should have a soft attitude to achieve better results. Leo has noble people to help improve the image. Scorpio should focus on affairs rather than people. Pisces needs to pay attention to communication methods for smooth work. News headline: Sandy's son caught Joe Big Turtle in the whole audience. She cried when she saw Luxi's card, a profound blessing. Original website: Sandy's son caught Joe Big Turtle in the whole audience and she cried when she saw Luxi's card, a profound blessing. Release time: April 1, 2024. Data reference: Ida Day Starlight Cloud. News highlights: Sandy held a birthday party for her son Mason, and the result was surprising. Almost no one guessed it. She laughed and said that her son seemed not interested in these ceremonies. After the event, Mason was active in the venue, but had no particular interest. Sandy thanked the guests for their participation and shared the blessing card from her brother Giuseppe, which moved her deeply. She thanked everyone for their love and care for her family over the past year, and shared interesting episodes during her son's pregnancy. She ended with a feeling of gratitude and warmth. News headline: Former Tiara Yarum was exposed by D Club for joining forces to defraud her boyfriend. Defrauded 10 people in 6 months, the amount exceeded 1 million. Release time: April 1, 2024. Data reference: Ida Day Starlight Cloud. News highlights: Former Korean girl group member Ariam and her current boyfriend Seo Donghoon were exposed for fraud. The verdict showed that Seo was imprisoned for fraud, coercion, and sexual violence violations. Yelan and Soo started borrowing money from people around them in October 2023, and have repeatedly borrowed money from fans and friends for various reasons. Soo also borrowed money from others by trying to commit suicide. There have been more than 10 victims, and the amount exceeded $1.04 million, but Yelan only repaid a small part of the loan. This incident caused an uproar in society. News headline: Who will win the tortoise and the hare race? Compound interest investment is a race against time. Don't be afraid of having little money, start quickly. Release time: April 1, 2024. Data reference: Vision Magazine. News focus: Earning spreads requires careful control of funds. It is not advisable to invest more than 10% of funds in the early stage to tolerate mistakes. Spread trading cannot compound interest, and proper allocation of funds can reduce risk. Don't be fooled by a high profit. People with inexperienced trading can easily fall into this misunderstanding. Instead of pursuing short-term high performance, we should focus on long-term compound interest investments and use time to accumulate wealth. With time and patience, everyone can achieve financial freedom by starting compound interest investments. Holding high-quality stocks for the long term is an effective way to earn dividends and spreads, rather than trading frequently in the short term. News headline: Starbucks has achieved higher performance by closing 7,000 stores. What is founder Schutz thinking? Release time: April 1, 2024. Data reference: Vision Magazine. News focus: Successful entrepreneurs such as Steve Jobs, Bezos, etc. In addition to ability, what is more important is to seize luck. Luck is not effort as most people think, but the ability to act according to circumstances in difficult situations. These successful people do not shrink back when they encounter difficulties, but instead see them as opportunities. Schutz is an example. When Starbucks encountered difficulties, he resolutely closed its stores, rethought and searched for the core values of the brand, and ultimately led Starbucks to success. The decisions of successful people often seem different from ordinary people, but it is this attitude of having the courage to face challenges and looking for opportunities with enthusiasm that enables them to seize luck and achieve success. News headline: Is it really better to switch from a public servant to a freelance worker? Unless you have these 3 skills. Release time: April 1, 2024. Data reference: Vision Magazine. News focus: Becoming a freelance worker after leaving your job requires the ability to regulate emotions, self-discipline and independent learning. In the face of uncertainty and challenges, you must be able to separate personal values and work performance and maintain emotional stability. Freelance workers need to manage their own time and goals and persist in pursuing them in order to continue to make progress. In addition, continue to learn new knowledge and skills, take control of your own life, and lay the foundation for realizing your dreams. You should carefully consider the risks and benefits before leaving your job and be fully prepared. News title: The Power of Self-Leadership. Plan your life from a weekly perspective to break through the framework and expand. Release time: April 1, 2024. Data reference: Vision Magazine. News highlights: Focusing on daily planning can lead to tunnel vision and lose sight of overall and long-term goals. A date with time advocates using a weekly perspective and viewing each week as an opportunity for balance and renewal. Through weekly updates and daily updates, people can create a balance between work and rest and focus on physical and mental health, personal growth, and relationships. Such an approach helps improve efficiency and avoids simply pursuing urgent matters at the expense of more important matters. News headlines: Net Zero Vision's Trump Card. Dig into Taiwan's carbon vault and understand the keywords of blue, green, and yellow three-color carbon. Release time: April 1, 2024. Data reference: Vision Magazine. News highlights: The global sustainability trend has incorporated Net Zero 2050 into national goals, prompting companies to join the ranks of environmental sustainability, with natural carbon sinks becoming the focus. Three-color carbon, including green carbon, yellow carbon, and blue carbon, is regarded as the key to carbon removal. The development of natural carbon sinks is not only ecological conservation, but also a good business economically. Converting it into carbon rights can bring benefits to enterprises. Taiwan's emphasis on three-color carbon is not only key to achieving its net zero goal, but also demonstrates the added value of ecological conservation. News headline: Ma Ying-jeou visits mainland China. Why did Ma Ying-jeou pay homage to the Yellow Emperor's mausoleum? 5,000 years of Yellow Emperor planting cypress by hand witnesses Chinese civilization. Release time: April 1, 2024. Data reference: Vision Magazine. News highlights: Ma Ying-jeou will go to mainland China and go to the mausoleum of the Yellow Emperor for the first time to participate in the public memorial ceremony for Xianyuan Huangdi, which has attracted attention. The mausoleum of the Yellow Emperor is located in Huangling County, Shaanxi Province. It is the tomb of the Yellow Emperor, the ancestor of the Chinese nation, and is known as the #1 mausoleum in the world. The mausoleum of the Yellow Emperor has a long history. Emperor Wu of the Han Dynasty once led a crowd to worship the Yellow Emperor, which became the largest number of people to worship the Yellow Emperor. Since 2004, the public memorial ceremony at the Yellow Emperor's mausoleum has become a national-level sacrificial event in mainland China, and has also attracted Chinese people from all over the world to return to their ancestors to worship their ancestors, including celebrities in Taiwan. The mausoleum of the Yellow Emperor is not only a place of worship, but also an important tourist attraction, containing a long history of Chinese civilization. News headline: Japan's new tourism hotspot. The Hokuriku Shinkansen extends to Tsuruga, and you can check out the food and attractions along the line at once. Release time: April 1, 2024. Data reference: Vision Magazine. News highlights: Want to experience Fukui's dinosaur culture? Or enjoy Tsuruga's fresh seafood delicacies? Starting from March 16, the Kanazawa to Tsuruga section of the Hokuriku Shinkansen will be open to traffic, allowing you to easily travel directly from Tokyo to Fukui, or to Tsuruga in just 3 hours and 8 minutes. There are many attractions and delicious food waiting for you around Tsuruga Station. Near Tsuruga Station, you can visit Keihi Jinggu Shrine, admire the Tsuruga Red Brick Warehouse, visit the Tsuruga Port of Humanity Museum, or taste the fresh Japanese fish market. Alternatively, you can stroll along Keihi no Matsubara and enjoy the beautiful seaside scenery. If you go to Fukui Station, don't miss Fukui's Dinosaur Plaza and Shibata Shrine, explore the Fukui Castle ruins and Yakokan Garden, and find local specialties at Shine Shopping Street. Whether it's Ekaizen Soba, Ekaizen Crab, or Fukui's fried tofu, they are all delicacies you don't want to miss. Come plan your trip and explore the charm of Fukui. News title: Looking forward to the pulse of a century of industry, Pink University will innovate across domains and lead the future of the industry. Release time: April 1, 2024. Data reference: Vision Magazine. News highlights: National Pingtung University of Science and Technology is committed to cultivating pie-shaped talents and integrating new generation majors such as sustainability, wisdom, and health to cope with the challenges of global digital transformation in the post-epidemic era. The school emphasizes cross-domain integration. From the School of Engineering to the School of Management, various fields cooperate to cultivate future talents with cross-domain thinking. Through industry-university cooperation, practical topics, etc., students go deep into industrial sites and accumulate practical experience. In addition, Darren Academy provides cross-domain functional courses to expand students' horizons and cultivate competitive advantages. Based on a century-old foundation, Pink University continues to create new industrial patterns and inject vitality into Taiwan's future development. News headline: How do people with low self-confidence build relationships? 4-word secret to activate emotional connection. Seek. Release time: April 1, 2024. Data reference: Vision Magazine. News highlights: Emotional connections are natural connections between people, and there are techniques to help build them even when you have self-doubt. Whether the person is a stranger, an acquaintance, or a friend, building an emotional connection can be divided into initial and strengthening stages. Common methods include providing food, physical contact, verbal expressions of care, etc. Moderate behavior and respect for each other's differences are also crucial. The four-word formula for initiating an emotional connection is to smile, make eye contact, empathize, and show kindness. These techniques can help overcome self-doubt and promote authentic interpersonal communication. News headline: If you know how to control your weight, you will be more in control of your life. Where there's a will, there's a way is the biggest misconception about weight loss. Release time: April 1, 2024. Data reference: Vision Magazine. News highlights: Weight loss is not just about following some magical formula or plan. Successful weight loss requires changing the way you think and establishing long-term habits. The weight loss process is full of pitfalls, such as emotional stress, social situations, holidays, etc. Without a plan to deal with it, maintaining weight will become extremely difficult. It's important to learn to challenge negative thoughts, strengthen your mind, and develop effective strategies such as affirming yourself, dealing with harmful thoughts, and controlling hunger. Through these basic strategies, you can escape daily traps and achieve successful weight loss and weight maintenance. News headline: Viral warts are contagious. People with eczema, sweat herpes, and athlete's foot are susceptible to infection. Doctors reveal treatment and prevention methods. Release time: April 1, 2024. Data reference: Vision Magazine. News highlights: A 45-year-old woman discovered lichen-like protrusions on her face overseas, which grew repeatedly after treatment. She rushed back to Taiwan for medical treatment and was found to be facial warts. Huang Ji, a doctor at Shushan Clinic, pointed out that facial warts are caused by human papillomavirus infection and are easily transmitted through contact. To prevent wart infection, avoid picking at warts and wash hands after contact. Viral warts usually do not enter the body, but they can easily become numerous, large, and contagious. Active treatment is recommended. Maintaining skin integrity can reduce the risk of infection, and patients with other skin diseases should be actively treated. To prevent infection, you should avoid going barefoot in public places and wash your feet promptly after contact. News headline: He has helped the president write speeches for 8 years. South Korea's senior writer reveals the Chong Wa Day speaking skills. Release time: April 1, 2024. Data reference: Vision Magazine. News highlights: Kang Won-guk, as the literary genius of 2 South Korean presidents, felt deeply pressured after receiving a 2-hour composition class from President Roh Moo-hyun. President Roh sets strict standards for speeches and never gives approval just once. He emphasized that speech writing should be natural and powerful, and avoid complex words and lengthy sentences. He requires articles to be written from the perspective of and clearly expresses the core content. He also provides more than 30 writing guidelines, including being concise, logical, and avoiding repetition. These principles became the cornerstone of Jong Eun-kyo's speech writing and his precious memories of the presidential writing class. News headline: Living alone at 102 years old. Japanese Grandma Tetsuyo's longevity philosophy: enjoy as much as you can while you're alive, otherwise you'll lose money. Release time: April 1, 2024. Data reference: Vision Magazine. News highlights: Japan's 102-year-old Grandma Tetsuyo has become a model of Lhasa with her energetic lifestyle of living alone. Although she has no children, she maintains her health and vitality by loving farming, maintaining social interactions, and staying physically and mentally active. Her words and deeds are inspiring and she has become a role model for the super-aged society. Facing old age, we no longer feel lonely and afraid, but enjoy life and be full of courage. Facing the challenge of aging in Taiwan, Taiwan can be inspired by her life wisdom, reshape its attitude towards old age, and embrace vitality and hope. News headline: Eating fish has many benefits, but are you worried about consuming heavy metals? Tan Dunsai reveals that the National Taiwan University medical fish is affordable and nutritious. Release time: April 1, 2024. Data reference: Vision Magazine. News highlights: Eating fish helps with brain development, enhances immunity, protects cardiovascular disease, and has multiple benefits. Fish is an important source of high-quality protein and omega-3 fatty acids. It contains nutrients such as DHA and EPA, which are essential for health. Mackerel in Taiwanese waters has the highest nutritional value, and it is recommended to eat it at least 3 times a week. When choosing, avoid large fish to avoid being affected by heavy metal pollution. In addition, when selecting fish, pay attention to features such as eyes, gills, and belly to ensure freshness and quality. News headline: Is sweat herpes outbreak related to diet? Will foods high in cobalt, nickel, and cadmium aggravate attacks? Illustrated reason for improvement methods. Release time: April 1, 2024. Data reference: Vision Magazine. News highlights: Dyshydrotic herpes is a common form of eczema, characterized by the appearance of red, swollen, itchy blisters in the acute phase, causing trouble in life. Treatment needs to be based on the patient's constitution and external stimulation, focusing on moisturizing, avoiding scratching blisters, identifying potential causes, and eating a low-nickel diet. Appropriate treatment can lead to significant improvements and improve the patient's quality of life. The key to preventing an outbreak of sweat herpes is to keep the skin moist, avoid irritants, and recommend a low-nickel diet. News headline: Dad did one thing right. 17-year-old boy buys a 20 million house in Taipei to avoid gift tax. Release time: April 1, 2024. Data reference: Yahoo News. News highlight: a 17-year-old boy in Taipei purchased a house for $20 million and was not subject to gift tax because his father declared the gift tax to the competent tax collection authority within 30 days after the sales contract was concluded and provided proof of the source of the purchase funds. If the teenager's bank account has sufficient funds when purchasing the house, it proves that the money belongs to the teenager and is exempt from gift tax. Legal representatives should pay attention to tax law provisions to ensure that minors' purchases of property are not affected by tax burdens. News headline: Not drinking enough water increases the mortality rate from myocardial infarction. Pinch your fingers to detect warning signs. 5 signs of dizziness and headache are also included. Release time: April 1, 2024. Data reference: Yahoo News. News highlights: Staying hydrated is crucial in summer. Avoiding dehydration can help protect cardiovascular health. When you feel thirsty, you are not hydrated enough. You should always pay attention to replenishing water. Self-testing methods include pinching your fingers to observe recovery speed, paying attention to pulse intensity and frequency, etc. Warning signs of dehydration include cramps, sweet cravings, oral problems, headaches, dizziness, and itchy skin. In addition to drinking water, it is also important to consume adequate amounts of electrolytes and salt, and avoid drinking large amounts of tea and coffee. Staying hydrated helps maintain good health. News headline: 49-year-old patient's anti-aging surgery, eat only 6 minutes full, go to bed early and get up early, and play golf. If you have any discomfort during menopause, please see a doctor directly. Release time: April 1, 2024. Data reference: Yahoo News. News highlights: Pei Zhen welcomed her 50th birthday with a positive attitude. She revealed that the secret to anti-aging lies in consistent skincare and exercise. Fighting wrinkles and moisturizing are the focus of her daily care, and she regularly receives professional medical aesthetic treatments. In addition, she attaches great importance to the impact of mood on skin condition and recommends maintaining a good mood. In terms of exercise, she often plays golf, running, weight training and yoga to stay in shape. In terms of diet, she advocates eating small meals more frequently, avoiding refined sweets, and paying attention to collagen supplements. In addition, she emphasized not to panic about menopause, but to detect it early and deal with it proactively, and to set herself as a good example for her daughter. News headline: Tomato diet is popular all over the world. You can lose weight faster by choosing this time to eat. Doctors actually measured that you lost 11 kilograms in 1 month. Release time: April 1, 2024. Data reference: Yahoo News. News highlights: The tomato diet is popular because of its low-calorie and high-fiber properties. It is suitable for anyone. It is rich in vitamin C, potassium, and antioxidant ingredients, which helps eliminate abdominal toxins and control hunger. The most suitable time to eat is before dinner. It is recommended to take 2 to 3 large tomatoes or 15 small tomatoes. If eating it alone feels boring, try making dishes such as tomato and vegetable soup. Between large tomatoes and small tomatoes, large tomatoes have lower calories and are more suitable for weight loss. News title: 329 Schedule Observation Science Park is heating up the housing market, with 2-bedroom houses becoming the main supporter. Release time: April 1, 2024. Data reference: Vision Magazine. News highlights: Although the total sales volume of the 329th phase of the housing market this year has declined slightly, it still exceeds 700 billion yuan. The number of new cases has increased significantly, indicating that the confidence of builders has stabilized. Daowen, Hsinchu, and Taichung have become popular areas for project promotion, especially in Daowen City, where the number of projects launched has increased by 126.6% year-on-year. The science park theme has become the main driving force. Spillover benefits continue to exist, and small house products are very popular, and owner-occupiers are still the main buyers. However, the central bank unexpectedly raised interest rates or slightly reduced the buying sentiment in the housing market. The housing market will face challenges, but the overall forecast is still likely to show an upward trend of both price and volume increases. News headline: Can Taiwan stocks stabilize at 20,000 points? Prioritize observation of 3 major indicators. Release time: April 1, 2024. Data reference: Vision Magazine. News highlights: Taiwan stocks performed brilliantly in the first quarter of this year, exceeding the 20,000 point mark, but index fluctuations frightened investors. TSMC and the AI server group led the gains, but there are still doubts about whether they can continue to grow. Factors such as expectations of U.S. interest rate cuts and Taiwan's economic environment are supporting the stock market, but global stock markets and geopolitical risks still require vigilance. High-dividend ETFs have become a popular investment, but investors should pay attention to interest-filling capabilities and risks to avoid spread losses. In summary, the future performance of Taiwan stocks remains to be seen, and choosing a suitable investment strategy is crucial. News headline: Lai Ching-te's government's most important diplomatic test question. Biden and Trump face off for the second time, who is most beneficial to Taiwan if elected? Release time: April 1, 2024. Data reference: Vision magazine. News focus: the 2024 U.S. presidential election will see Trump and Biden face off for the second time. Taiwan needs to break away from the framework to cope with future situations. Although both face challenges, the Biden administration's Indo-Pacific policy and arms sales to Taiwan and other measures are likely to continue to maintain Taiwan's security. However, Trump's return may lead to an increase in trade barriers, which will impact Taiwanese companies. Therefore, Taiwan's new government should respond calmly, continue to maintain good relations with the United States, and use past experience to respond to future challenges. News headline: Cai Ruxia's statement about her sexy and sporty swimsuit attracting nearly 30,000 likes. Release time: April 1, 2024. Data reference: One Apple News Network. News highlights: Actress Cai Ruxia was recently exposed in the swimming pool of a Taichung hotel. She showed off her hot figure in a pure white swimsuit, attracting nearly 30,000 likes. She shared this photo on social networking sites and sweetly said, "I really like it." In the swimsuit photo, she looked charming and focused on her career line and slender waist. Netizens praised her good figure, complimented her sexy style and expressed their love for her. News headline: 10 people were caught taking secret photos of Huangchi Hot Spring, and 3 were arrested. The results of the re-interview by the detecting party are released. Release time: April 1, 2024. Data reference: One Apple News Network. News highlights: Recently, there have been many incidents of couples being secretly photographed while taking a bath at the famous hot spring resort Huangchi Hot Spring Imperial Restaurant in Baitu, and 10 people have been victims. The commander of the Shilin District Prosecutor's Office, Baitu Police Station, arrested 3 suspects on suspicion of endangering secrets, distributing sexual images, and the personal information law. The prosecutor called on the public to respect the autonomy of others and not to forward or spread inappropriate images. The store said that the incident occurred a year ago and that it has strengthened safety measures. In addition, the secret filming incident may be related to the sexual images on Telegram's Bashi, and the prosecutors are investigating to find out. News headline: Photos of Huang Mingzi's morning haul were exposed. Bad news spread on April Fool's Day and the internet was frightened. Release time: April 1, 2024. Data reference: Yiping News Network. News highlights: Huang Mingzi posted a black and white photo in the early morning of April Fool's Day, wrote 1983-2024, and attached a farewell message, which aroused heated discussion. The agency confirmed that the memorial hall was booked, but some people thought it was a publicity ploy. After the photos of the morning hall were exposed earlier, it once again attracted attention. The official social media released the photos, and netizens speculated whether it was a new MV or album. Some people lamented that it was not funny and criticized it for not respecting the meaning of April Fool's Day. Such behavior caused some controversy, with some criticizing it for disrespecting the meaning of April Fool's Day and believing that such a joke was insensitive. News headline: The King is gone. Famous store promotes Queen's Foot Bug Ramen and Death Barbie powder makes people collapse. Release time: April 1, 2024. Data reference: Yiping News Network. News highlights: The well-known ultra-flashy ramen shop Ramen Boy has once again launched a limited-time amazing ramen. This year's theme is Queen's Footed Insect, with a whole worm placed in the bowl, which aroused heated discussions among netizens. This special bowl of thick yuja chicken white soup ramen costs up to 4,100 yuan, and is limited to 41 bowls. The queen worm usually inhabits the cold environment of the deep sea and feeds on marine animals. Its peculiar appearance in ramen once again subverts the eating experience. News headline: Fighting with Pizza Hut. Domino's launches half pineapple pizza starting today. Photos of the actual product are revealed and the internet is crying. Release time: April 1, 2024. Data reference: Yiping News Network. News highlights: Domino's launched a 3-day limited-time half pineapple pizza during April Fool's Day, arousing the expectations and curiosity of netizens. However, the actual delivery of the pizza was a bit disappointing as the size of the pineapple was different than expected. Netizens lamented after seeing the real thing. Some people thought that the pineapple was cut too small, which was far from the diagram. Although the editor of Domino's explained that the pineapples have been enlarged as much as possible, but they still considered the uniformity of the pizza baking so that consumers can enjoy it with peace of mind. News headline: 67-year-old Chen Meifeng shows off her shoulders and wears wide denim pants to look younger. A good figure can be achieved by using the goddess pose to tighten the inner thighs and arms. Release time: April 1, 2024. Data reference: I am the biggest woman. News highlights: Chen Meifeng is famous for her youthful looks and good figure. One of her secrets to maintaining a good figure is yoga, especially the common goddess pose. This action not only strengthens the lower body, but also improves the body's flexibility and balance. The goddess pose combined with dumbbells can strengthen the muscles of the upper body, especially the shoulders and arms, reduce muscle mass, and increase muscle endurance. Chen Meifeng often shares these yoga exercises through social media, showing her healthy and elegant image, which is amazing. News headline: lost 5 kilograms painlessly in 3 months. The secret of the popular soy milk weight loss method is revealed, even Xiao S and Lin Chiliang are supporters. Release time: April 1, 2024. Data reference: I am the biggest woman. News highlights: soy milk has become the drink of choice for people losing weight because of its low calories, high protein, and rich nutrients. The soy milk weight loss method uses the nutrition and satiety it provides to help control the total intake of calories to achieve weight loss. Drinking soy milk every day can help reduce calorie intake, increase feelings of satiety, and maintain muscle mass. The best time to drink it is before breakfast or exercise to provide the energy and nutrients your body needs. At the same time, choosing soy milk made from sugar-free or low-sugar, non-genetically modified soybeans is more conducive to healthy weight loss. News headline: eating the right breakfast can help you lose 10 kilograms. Eating oatmeal and vegetable juice for breakfast to lose weight hides obesity crisis. Release time: April 1, 2024. Data reference: I am the biggest woman. News highlights: oatmeal and vegetable juices are considered healthy breakfast options, but they may be hiding health risks. Oats can be contaminated with gluten, which can be risky for people with gluten sensitivities and allergies, and processed oat products can contain excess sugar and unhealthy ingredients. As for vegetable juices, although they provide nutrients, excessive intake may lead to increased blood sugar and reduced satiety, increasing the risk of obesity. It is recommended to choose gluten-free oat products, limit the intake of processed oats, control sugar content and increase fiber intake in vegetable and fruit juices. News headline: my loving and tender wife's anorexia stopped. Ah Qin was photographed hooking up with a hot model and her current situation was exposed. Release time: April 1, 2024. Information reference: TVBS Entertainment Headlines. News highlights: Ah Qin celebrated the 20th anniversary of her debut, received support from stars, and collaborated with Korean senior sister Kim Bora on the Lost Beauty MV. In addition to album promotion, he pays attention to his anorexic wife Hwawa and their children, saying that the focus of life is family and work. Jin Baola shot a MV for a Taiwanese singer for the first time, praising Ah Qin's song Emotion and Melody. The Lost Beauty is derived from Ah Qin's first love story. A singing competition was specially held and musicians were invited to serve as the judging panel. News headline: Shen Yulin is worth over 100 million. Buy a house with cash. Lin Xiang, who owns 5 luxury houses and has transferred the ownership, relieves Toys' cheeks. Release time: April 1, 2024. Information reference: TVBS Entertainment Headlines. News highlights: Shen Yulin participated in a handshake brand event, became a spokesperson, and cooperated with live broadcast host Toys. She doesn't mind being associated with Toys, saying who can make mistakes without being a sage. As for Toys' relationship status, she said with a smile that she didn't know, she just hoped that he would be happy. On the show, he joked that he would transfer all his property to Lin Xiang, but explained that this was just a joke and that if he really did it, his wife Yai would kill him. Shen Yulin hosts multiple programs with a monthly income of 4 million yuan. She mainly invests in real estate and is worth hundreds of millions of yuan. Regarding actress Cai Nguyen's dissatisfaction with host Xiao S's speech on the show, Shen Yulin believed that Xiao S's question was inappropriate and may have been a reaction caused by the challenge. News headline: Xiao Tong suffers from cancer and is in severe pain. When I returned home from the hospital, I was surprised to see a whole cabinet of poisonous Kobayashi red yeast rice. I ate more than 10 bottles. Release time: April 1, 2024. Information reference: TVBS Entertainment Headlines. News highlights: the well-known writer-teacher Xiao Tong was admitted to the hospital due to jaundice in early March and was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer after an examination. She was discharged from the hospital on March 30. However, she was surprised to see many Kobayashi red yeast rice-related products at home, and discovered that her husband had recently been keen on buying these health products and had consumed more than 10 bottles so far. Recent reports indicate that consumption of health foods containing red yeast rice has caused many kidney diseases and even caused several deaths. It is initially determined that the cause is contamination with penicillinic acid. Xiao Tong lamented that health is not good for health, but health is bad for health and called for justice. News headline: Yi dated Nato for 6 years and broke up at one point. She couldn't sleep until 4 a.m. every day and collapsed. She couldn't stand it. Release time: April 1, 2024. Information reference: TVBS Entertainment Headlines. News highlights: Chen Yi has been dating her boyfriend Nadu, who is 12 years older than her, for more than 6 years. The first time they met was for a massage. Nadu confessed that he wanted to pursue her. However, the time difference between the two was too big. Yi proposed breaking up, but Nadu agreed to change. Yi is used to working at sunrise and breathing at sundown, while Nadu likes nightlife. This difference bothers her. In the early days of their relationship, she attended parties with Nato and often stayed up until 3 or 4 in the morning, which affected her health and skin. She expressed her fatigue and dissatisfaction to Nadu, who was willing to change for her and successfully adjusted her living habits to make Yi feel happy. News headline: Entering the room and bumping into her husband climbing into someone else's bed. Yang Lian couldn't bear to express her feelings. Release time: April 1, 2024. Information reference: TVBS Entertainment Headlines. News highlights: This week's episode of China Television and Line TV's annual drama Gorgeous Taxi has a rating of 1.61 among viewers aged 45 to 54. In the plot, the driver AXI, played by Yuan Shun, is hospitalized due to stomach cancer, and his friend A Songa, Guo Ziqian, climbed onto the hospital bed to accompany her, touching the audience. Axi's wife is helpless in the face of high medical bills. Bohan lends a helping hand to relieve her difficulties. Asan Ji presents her with comfortable shoes to show her true friendship. Yao and Shun emotionally expressed the importance of friends, while Yang Lian also lamented that the actors off-screen have become true friends, which shows that the emotions in the play touch people's hearts. News headline: JRG Yangkai's eldest daughter passed away and can't get out of trouble 2 years ago. Don't fight for the second child, hold your wife and cry, daddy misses you. Release time: April 1, 2024. Information reference: TVBS Entertainment Headlines. News highlights: Ji Yangkai, JR, and Bian Qinghua, Bian, hosted the 8 major comprehensive channels World's #1 and shared their interesting stories and thrilling experiences during location shooting in the Philippines. Ji Yangkai revealed that Bian Qinghua had almost been injured many times, such as cutting his fingers and cutting his hands, while Bian Qinghua shared his emotions while taking a light aircraft. Ji Yangkai revealed in the program that he misses his deceased furry child Marshmallow. He and his wife have a daughter, but because they can't let go of the dog's departure, they are not considering having a second child for the time being. News headline: 3 people were arrested in the case of secretly photographing a famous hot spring in Baitu. The accusations were unfair, fun to spread. Release time: April 1, 2024. Data reference: China Television News. News highlights: A secret filming case broke out in a famous hot spring in Baitu, Taipei. So far, at least 4 men and 6 women have been victims. The prosecutors have arrested 1 man and 2 women. The initial confession was that they only forwarded the videos for fun. However, the police suspected that they had uploaded the indecent videos to Chinese porn forums for profit. The victim reported the incident after discovering that the indecent film had been leaked. So far, 10 people have been victims. The prosecutors have identified a group crime, and the investigation is still ongoing. There may be more unexploded bombs. Most of the secret photography techniques are to use bamboo pieces placed indoors to cover the camera. The scale of the case continues to expand, and the police are investigating whether a larger group is involved in the case. News headline: Afraid of the start of the Big A Cup fighting tournament, Chong police listed 5 hotspots to prevent trouble. Release time: April 1, 2024. Data reference: China Television News. News highlight: In response to the incident of Dajiama crossing the border to snatch a sedan chair, the Zhonghua police deployed more than 3,000 police officers in 5 hotspots, including Minsheng Underpass, Tianho Temple, and other places. The police signed a pact with 40 temples and sedan-carrying groups, promising not to cause trouble, but whether they can restrain them is still questionable. The police conducted drills to simulate the procedures for responding to sedan jockeying and pushing incidents to ensure the safety of participants. In the past, Luan sedans often caused chaos when passing through Zhonghua, and people nicknamed it the Dajia Cup fighting match. The police were prepared in advance to avoid similar incidents from happening again. News headline: Hikari Utada comes to Taiwan for his first concert, rumored to start at the arena on August 10. Release time: April 1, 2024. Data reference: China Television News. News highlights: The Netflix Japanese drama First Love is inspired by Utada Hikaru's song First Love, which has become a global craze, and the song once again topped the charts. Utada Hikaru announced that he will hold concerts in Taipei and Hong Kong, and fans are looking forward to it. The series is written and directed by Hanzo Yuri, starring Mitsushima Hikaru and Sato Takeru. It has accumulated 7.22 million viewing hours in just 3 days since its launch, and made First Love a hit track. It also topped the Spotify Taiwan rankings. Yudita Hikaru commented on this. He praised Taiwan and felt that his songs could be loved again after 24 years. News headline: Get out of the way. Traffic jams are likely to occur during the Qingming Festival holiday, peak hours and road sections are revealed. Release time: April 1, 2024. Data reference: China Television News. News highlights: the Qingming Festival holiday is coming, and the Highway Bureau predicts that there will be a traffic jam. The traffic flow for tomb sweeping and ancestor worship mainly concentrates on the morning of April 4, while the traffic flow for sightseeing tours will appear from April 4 to April 6. The traffic flow for returning to work is expected to start from the afternoon of April 6 to April 7. Road sections and sections prone to traffic jams include the Provincial Highway 9 Sohua Corridor, the Southern Expressway, the Provincial Highway 1 Shuadiliao Fenggang section, the Provincial Highway 61 Fengbai Ziongshan section, etc. The Highway Bureau has planned diversion measures in alternative roads, and calls on users to passers-by follow the instructions. In addition, traffic jams are also expected on roads adjacent to tourist attractions, so the public is reminded to make good traffic plans. News headline: The most powerful sanitation chief appears in Google reviews. He reviews toilets in various places very carefully. Internet likes, follow now. Release time: April 1, 2024. Data reference: China Television News. News highlights. Recently, a person named Chief of Sanitation, Toilet Critic, focused on reviewing toilets in restaurants, attractions, and other places in Google reviews, and used Captain Levi from Attack on Titan as his avatar, sparking heated discussion. He listed the advantages and disadvantages of each toilet in detail and attracted many responses and thanks from the owners. Netizens praised him for his seriousness and professionalism, jokingly saying, "You are too serious, please take off my knees." After the post was exposed, it received enthusiastic responses from many netizens, who expressed their appreciation and concern. Levi is famous for his super fighting power and misophobia in the animation, so this reviewer's setting is more relevant and interesting, which has aroused the love and discussion of many netizens. News headline: Will congressional reforms destroy the constitution and disrupt government? He uncovered the evidence of Xiaoying slapped KG Unming in the face across time and space. Release time: April 1, 2024. Data reference: China Times News Network. News highlights. KG Unming, the chief convener of the Democratic Progressive Party's Legislative Yuan Caucus, recently made a statement that if blue and white pass the congressional reform draft, they will propose an interpretation of the Constitution, triggering a backlash from the blue camp. Internet celebrity history brother Ali Yuxia pointed out that the Democratic Progressive Party proposed congressional reform policies in 2016, echoing KG Unming's words. Lee pointed out that Tsai's administration officials are quite arrogant in the Legislative Yuan and should support congressional reform to end the chaos. KG Unming demanded that the parliamentary reform plan must be discussed in its entirety so as not to destroy the constitution and disrupt the government. News headline: Ma Yingzhi visits mainland China. The schedule is fully booked on the afternoon of the first day. Visited Shenzhen Tencent headquarters. Release time: April 1, 2024. Data reference: China Times News Network. News highlights: Former President Ma Yingzhi led a delegation to Shenzhen to visit Tencent, the parent company of WeChat, which is used by many Taiwanese people. Tencent was founded in 1998, with founders including Ma Huiteng and others. Its revenue in 2022 will reach 554.552 billion yuan. The company adjusted its organizational structure in 2018 and established a new business group, including cloud and smart industries, platforms and content. Tencent's business covers social networking, finance, entertainment, information and other fields. It is based on the internet and has a wide range of businesses. News headline: Gianna was mistaken for a delivery girl when she was on the motorcycle, and Zuxiang's NG behavior was extremely embarrassing. Release time: April 1, 2024. Data reference: China Times News Network. News highlights: Ukrainian beauty Gianna and Malaysian actor Zuxiang will get married in 2023 and welcome their daughter in January. The two had previously switched from being friends to being lovers, and entered the auditorium after dating. Recently, they appeared on the show variety show Hottest Together, and Gianna shared interesting stories about their relationship. She mentioned that once after resting at a motel, the counter mistakenly thought she was a delivery girl, which made the situation awkward but also hilarious. Gianna also shared her postpartum experience, saying that Zuxiang not only comforted her, but also took good care of her wounds, which convinced her that she had chosen the right husband. News headline: Boys should make one less movement before peeing. Famous obstetrician and gynecologist, fear of causing cancer to female partners. Release time: April 1, 2024. Data reference: China Times News Network. News Focus. Obstetrician and gynecologist Cheng Chinja reminds that the HPV virus that causes cervical cancer in women can be transmitted through finger contact, so you should wash your hands before and after urinating. The HPV virus can be present on surfaces such as toilet doorknobs. If men pee without washing their hands before peeing, they may carry the virus to their private parts and then infect their sexual partners. Hand washing is not only a hygienic issue but also a moral issue. Washing hands before urinating can prevent others from bringing viruses to your hands, and washing hands after urinating can prevent transmission to others, emphasizing the importance of hand washing. News headline: April Fool's Day Raid. The Democracy Foundation's board of directors has not yet re-elected and issued a statement directly blaming Han Kuo-yu. Release time: April 1, 2024. Data reference: Zhongtian News. Key point: the Taiwan Democracy Foundation announced that it would hold a board meeting on April 10, causing controversy. The foundation issued a press release on April Fool's Day explaining that it had not received a response from Han Kuo-yu, so it decided to hold a meeting on its own. They have reported the foundation deadline to the Ministry of Southern Affairs and need to submit the annual final account report before April 15. The foundation emphasized that according to the Articles of Association, the re-election of the chairman must be completed before April 30, and suggested that an urgent meeting be held to deal with the relevant foundations. The foundation stated that the new chairman will replace the previous director until June 16, and the new board director supervisor will take office on June 17. As for the CEO personnel, it will be handled by the new board of directors. News headline: Xue Ruiwen said that civil servants of the Ministry of Health and Welfare work overtime for a long time. Su Kioxin leaked video: Wang Bishan was at have fun on the weekend. Release time: April 1, 2024. Data reference: Zhongtian News. News highlights: Kuomintang legislator Su Kioxin questioned Health and Welfare Minister Xue Ruiwen, saying that civil servants of the Ministry of Health and Welfare have been working overtime for a long time, but revealed that Deputy Minister Wang Bishan was at the nightclub have fun on weekends. Su questioned the discrepancy between the department's true situation and Xue Ruiwen's statement. Xue Ruiwen said that civil servants have always worked long hours, but he was non-committal about Wang Bishan's schedule. Su Kioxin expressed that he respects his private time, but regrets that the grassroots are working hard and the life at the top is not in line with social perceptions. News headline: A family of 6 people suspected of having food poisoning after eating Han Lai buffet in Taipei. Vomiting and diarrhea, 3 sent to hospital. Release time: April 1, 2024. Data reference: Zhongtian News. News highlights: A food poisoning incident in a well-known cafeteria in Nangang attracted attention. A family of 6 developed symptoms of vomiting and diarrhea after eating. The father and son went to the emergency room in the middle of the night. The examination showed that they were suspected of food poisoning. After an inspection, the Beijing Municipal Health Bureau found 5 environmental deficiencies, including uncleanness in the central kitchen area and wok area. Business operators must make improvements before April 8. Failure to improve upon re-examination may result in a maximum fine of NT $200 million, and additional penalties if pathogenic bacteria are detected. News headline: The German Institute in Taiwan said that Deutsche Bahn and Guigui cooperated to resolve the mistake. Netizens laughed: the sense of humor is all used here. Release time: April 1, 2024. Information reference: FTV News. News highlights: The German Institute in Taiwan posted a special post on April Fool's Day, announcing that Deutsche Bahn would cooperate with Taiwanese biscuit manufacturers and there would be no more delays. The post included a photo of Deutsche Bahn and the Taiwanese snack Guigui, which caused a burst of laughter among netizens. This joke post made people laugh, and netizens said that this is all the humor of Germany 2024 used in this article. Interestingly, the editor of Guigui Fan Huang also left a message: it feels like you were suddenly Q. The netizen even more humorously linked this joke to the news about TSMC's factory in Dresden, jokingly saying, Deutsche Bahn owns the trains are always on time. News headline: Changing your hairstyle on April Fool's Day? Liking's po oily head and punk photos with black hair parted in the middle. Release time: April 1, 2024. Information reference: FTV News. News highlights: On April Fool's Day, the political world followed suit. President-to-be Lai Ching-te posted a series of photos of his new hairstyle on IG, which shocked netizens, but it turned out to be just an April Fool's Day joke. A legislator from the Democratic Progressive Party also followed suit and posted photos of himself when he was young and skinny to mock netizens' heartbreak over Korean star Hyun Bin's marriage. Other politicians also joined in the April Fool's Day fun. Wang Yushuan, executive director of the Democratic Progressive Party Policy Association, was tricked and deceived by the news that Huang Qiuqiang was pretending to be debated. The German Institute in Taiwan also participated in April Fool's Day and announced that Deutsche Bahn and Taiwan's Guigui would cooperate to ensure the smooth launch of the railway. K. Wenz even announced at this time that he was dating Lai Pizia K. Lai, which amused netizens. Politicians put aside their seriousness on this day and compete to see who is the funniest. News headline: Did Han Kuo-yu secretly assist Chen Jianren? Negotiation on the right of questioning was criticized as a bad show and the three-party group ended in failure. Release time: April 1, 2024. Data reference: TVBS News Network. News highlights: Legislative Yuan Han Kuo-yu convened two political party consultations due to the confiscation of the right to question legislators, which triggered a complex controversy. People's Party General Convener Huang Qiuaqing said he did not know the content of the negotiations and wanted to go back to the party caucus to discuss it. Questioning questions by legislators is a constitutional requirement, but Han continued to roll call after the Green Committee changed to written questions, causing some legislators to be unable to attend the questions in time. Similar situations were rare in the past, such as during the periods of Wang Jinping, Su Jiaqun, and Yu Zikan. South Korea escorted the ruling party Chen Jianren's cabinet, causing dissatisfaction with the Green Committee. Although the speaker has discretion, it must be determined through political party consultations, which seems complicated and absurd. The incident calls into question the showmanship of politicians, the art of politics. News headline: Han-Hai MIH alliance generals are replaced. Will the stock price react? What's the future of the three-year car-making dream? Release time: April 1, 2024. Data reference: Vision Magazine. News highlights: The MIH electric vehicle open alliance led by Han-Hai has ushered in major changes. Former CEO Zheng Xiankong resigned in a low-key manner and was replaced by Han-Hai strategy chief Guan Run. The alliance cancelled the previously announced plan of launching 3 vehicles in 3 years, exposing the problems that plagued MIH such as unclear development direction and lack of confirmed orders. Although Han-Hai's stock price has not been affected, the change shows Taiwan's challenges in building an electric vehicle ecosystem. The joining of Guan Run means that the alliance will be brought back on track, accelerate industrial development with standardized specifications and Japanese market experience, and seize business opportunities in Southeast Asia, India, and other markets. The future development of MIH still deserves attention. News headline: Academia Sinica announces the first batch of Academia Sinica scholars. Will there be more resources for academic research in Taiwan in the future? Release time: April 1, 2024. Data reference: Vision Magazine. News highlights: The first Academia Sinica Scholars program launched by Academia Sinica aims to recruit more Mesozoic research scholars and provide an annual research subsidy of $8 million to strengthen cooperative relationships with universities. The title of Zhongguan Scholar is given to associate researchers or associate professors who are under 55 years old and have original research. Each term lasts for 5 years, and can be awarded up to 2 consecutive times, with a total amount of 40 million yuan. This move marks that Taiwan's academic research will have more resources and is distinguished from academicians of Academia Sinica, which is an honorary title, while Scholars of Academia Sinica is a research subsidy program that focuses on providing funding and encouraging the academic research of Mesozoic scholars.